All right, everybody. Our next guest, I'm very excited about because he's a one and only. This is the first and only Amish comedian you'll ever see. This is the original Amish comic right here, Raymond the Amish Comic. Raymond, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm all right, and that's a very excellent point because when I'm traveling around in the world and people asking me that, are like, "Are you that guy?" I hope so, because if there's another one of me, this business is tough enough without having to compete with yet a second Amish comic. So yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm trying to figure out Zooming here.
Yeah.
But I'm we stream now. That's what we do, right? We stream.
Right. I'm so glad you figured out how to get on Zoom and how to make it all happen to join us here. I know, I know that the Amish aren't really into technology, but you're kind of ahead of the curve with the
Well,
Amish.
yes and no. Yes and no. I've been since all this went down, I've been streaming live from my living room for 13 weeks. And I'm a stand-up comedian for 29 years, but I have 12 hours experience of streaming live.
And what's good about this is, like, I feel like the last 13 weeks or however long it's been, we're all learning a lot of this new technology together. So we're all on even playing ground. Even, for you being an Amish guy, maybe newer to the technology than the rest of us. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, you got to learn how to stream fast. And I can't use it now. I got these. Let me reach over here. People said they couldn't hear, so I get this shotgun mic. That's what I got.
Oh,
but
nice.
Now I couldn't use it here because I couldn't hear you, so I had to unplug it and plug my headphones in. So this does me nothing right now. But yeah, people who stream, I got a kick out because it takes. I'm coming up on my 13th episode, and I am not anywhere near comfortable at all. I'm just totally not. It's the most insane thing. I've got judgmental. I had a peek at your show. You have guests on. You know how to do stuff. But so many comedians are just trying to go live, and they don't really know what they're doing. Sorry, other comedians, but you get this. Are we on? We're on. Hey, welcome, everyone. I can't do that. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not doing that. I have red curtains in the background here. I didn't get them for streaming. I love Twin Peaks. They were for my Twin Peaks season 3 party 2 years ago. So I had the red curtains. So I'm good to go. Welcome to Ask the Amish, going live. I'm going to take a few questions informally here from my chat group here. Question number 1 comes to us from Nutsy Fagan 532. Is it true that the Amish don't wear a zipper because it scares the sheep? Well, NF 532, it seems like you answered your own question. Thanks for asking. All right. My cockatiel beeping in here.
Right, he's chiming in. That's nice.
She just did a flyby.
Yeah. I did want to ask you, though, because so people understand and really understand that this is not a bit. You really are an Amish guy. You come from the Amish community, for real. And
look at this head. I hate to interrupt your question, but this is a serious commitment to run around in life with this head in hopes that someday I could Zoom here with you.
Right.
So yeah, that's me.
Now, are you still part of the Amish community, or did you leave on your own, or are you welcome back, or are you shunned? How does it work?
I wouldn't be welcome back now anymore. The coming out. I'm in my 60s. I'm like 62 years old. Starting coming out process for me was like when I was 16 years old. There was probably about 2 or 3 years when I could have gone back and said, "Whoopsie, boy, did I screw up." But once you hit the 20-year mark that you're out, you're kind of out, you're kind of gone. But yeah, I like the look. I had the beard off for a teeny little bit. You have a beard on there. I don't know how long you've had it, but when I had this beard off for like 1 month, like 25 years ago, just the wind hurt my face. Like just the wind would blow, and I'm like, ow, what is that? So I like the look, and it certainly doesn't hurt my show at all. Yeah, I'm the real deal, I guess.
Just walking around here, as people come up to you, says, "Are you really Amish?" Cut me some slack. This is a fucking serious commitment of a look.
So does being quarantined now could take you back to those days? Just kind of like is the Amish? They seem like they've always been kind of quarantined. Like they've kind of just always been on their own, like isolated. Is that?
I love talking to somebody who has thoughts. I love talking to somebody who has thoughts. Crying out loud. So Amish are self-quarantined from you. No offense.
Right. Yeah.
From city folks, they are naturally self-quarantined away from everything, but not amongst themselves. Amongst themselves, it's a tight-knit group, and so I haven't been back there in years, but I actually was wondering about that, and I found a story somewhere. It must be true, because who would fake a dumb story like this? Whoever was the leader of the community went and found the biggest group of Amish they could and explained to them about social distancing and masks and gloves and washing hands and all that. And it was just like 15 old Amish elders there going, just nodding. And then when the guy left, they didn't say nothing, but I'm like, there's no way in hell they're going to put on masks. It's not happening. They just, like, they're aware of it, but they're just going to, I like to see that. People just, you could take a bonnet and quick flip it down for a mask. That would work, but no, they're not going to do it. They're not going to mask up.
I mean, they seem to be in their own world. Like they're apart from everything. There's no social media. I don't know how they get their news. I don't know. Do Amish vote? Do they have
they vote on things? Yeah, they vote on things that have anything to do with them. If there is a town meeting about a new highway coming in or something like that, they'll get somebody to that meeting and they'll vote.
Thank you for being on the show, Mr. Miller.
Oh, my pleasure, English.
No, Zechariah, are the Amish really Trump supporters?
Well, absolutely. Just look at my hat.
And they do get their news, newspapers, word of mouth. There's a whole network of Amish who have, I would guess you would call them city friends, and they tell them what's going on. And then probably just before you get a third of the way through the story, it's enough to scare them back into just going,
stay where they
yeah,
are.
we got it. We're good. We got it.
This is the world.
This is the fallen world, yeah. Anything that goes wrong, if they would pick up a newspaper, anything that's wrong in the world, would be presented as a scare horror movie to the young people to never leave the Amish farming world. Never leave, because look, this happens. And they're like, ooh!
See the riots going on all over the world. If they probably haven't seen them, because I don't think many of them have internet or televisions, but to hear about the horrors going on is enough to scare us in the fallen world. But I could imagine the impact it must have on the young Amish folks.
It holds the Amish in their beliefs, and they'll pray. They will actually just pray that everything will be okay, because a lot of Amish do depend on the city. They go to market. That's when they will socialize. That's probably where they get most of their news. But when they go and take their wares to the market, that's when they get caught up. And I've been away for so long. I'm guessing if you want to take your cart of apples and eggs to the market, you really don't want to hear about the protests and the pandemic. It's like, dude, buy some apples or don't buy some apples. I don't want to hear the bad news from your world. That's why we're not in it,
Sister friend or brother learns the ways of Jesus. Hell no. When he died on Calvary, he gave his life for fallen men.
Now, you were obviously born into the Amish community, and you were a farmer and all those things. When did you know that you were different, that you were funny, or that you wanted to get away and be a comedian? When did those thoughts start to come into play?
Well, the joke from my show that I haven't performed for 29 years ago is that I was farming going, man, I'm a pretty funny farmer. And then just bolt and go, do a guest set at the local comedy club. The coming out process for me started around 14, 15 years old. And I don't know when I actually became funny. I didn't actually start stand-up comedy until I'm like 31. Mostly, I think, now that I think of it though, I used comedy so people around me wouldn't kill each other. I worked in a screen printing shop, and the tension was just horrible. And I realized that these are like little kids. If I do something silly or funny or whatever, it will take the attention off whatever they're fighting about and flip it back on me. In fact, that's how they had on a morning radio station, WZZO in the Lehigh Valley, Bearman and Keith. The goons in the shop that were fighting would hear the theme and say, and I'd say something stupid, and they go, "Oh, that's funny. You should phone in." I'm like, I'm not phoning. It said these peckerheads actually, and that's the term of endearment for me, peckerhead. They would actually call. They would dial the phone and hand it to me, and I would say the thing, and then the people on the radio would laugh, and then 20 minutes later, because it'd be recorded, then we'd hear me in the shop.
Right.
That's how my comedy career started. I was like 6 months on the radio, phoning in, saying stupid shit before I ever hit stage, which is it's a really lucky thing to be able to do for a stand-up comedian, is get 6 months of radio airtime where like you can't see your audience, which is kind of funny now that I think about it.
Right.
Full circle. I can't see my
back.
audience now. But I used to actually have to, I was in a screen printing shop. I used to, when things started to go in the radio station, like, you should call us like tomorrow morning. I'm like, okay, I'll show you how old I am. There were no cell phones. The phones in the shops were like the size of a small pizza box with a 100-foot cord. And I have to figure out a way to take this pizza box sized phone into the toilet to phone from in there. So then I go in, and the boss man would be mad. That guy goes to the bathroom a lot, and I'm in there in the bathroom talking. Well, another thing, a horse and buggy was screaming down Route 30, and they never ever asked me who I was talking to in the bathroom. I guess that's like that's like too creepy, man. He's in there, he's talking to someone, but we don't want to know.
Right. No, that's cool, and that's a great way to get your career started, through the radio, and then take it to the stage. And
City people, they exploit me all the time just because I am who I am. Right now it's spring, and everybody thinks I should help them with their garden. Raymond, can you come over and look at my tomatoes? Unless that's a metaphor for your wife's knockers, no.
I would assume whenever you leave what you know, it's got to be, brave to do that. Take me through a little bit of the day you decided to leave, and how do you just leave, or do you have to sneak out?
Well, here's the thing, is that the coming out process for most Amish occurs over quite a few years. So some college kids befriended me, and summers took me around to parties and stuff. So however you screwed your life up, imagine having cheerleaders. Smoke it, drink it, smoke it, drink it. Yay, Amish, woohoo, let's go. So, and that's how it was. And then we would hide blue jeans and Guns N' Roses t-shirts in the bushes so we could swap out of our clothes. And then I'd show up at a party that people were expecting the Amish guy to show up, and I'd have on blue jeans and a Guns N' Roses t-shirt, and they'd be like, "Where's all your Amish shit?" Like, I'm not going to come here and be your party favorite. But I wound up doing that anyway. If I'm more popular looking like this, then I'll be more popular looking like this.
Yeah.
Am I really Amish? Cheese and crackers, cut me some slack. It's not like I farm all day. I'm not like plowing the fields all day going, gee, look where the sun is. I better get down to the comedy club.
Well, I do want to play this game with you called This or That.
Uh-oh.
So are you ready for a little bit of this or that?
I'm ready for this or that.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. Or you can get with this, or you can get with that. Or you can get with this,
right, here we go. So there's the movies Kingpin or Witness.
Witness.
You never had your hands on a teat before.
Not one this big.
Quaker Oats or Hall & Oats.
Quaker Oats. So already there's two stories that I'm going to come back to on both of these subjects, whether this or that.
Okay.
Quaker Oats, yeah.
Boop, boop, you got oats. Put it in a bowl.
Buggy or bareback.
Buggy style. I'm gonna do a wild card there.
Rumspringa or rum and coke.
Rumspringa.
Flip a switch or light a candle.
Boy, that's a tough one. Right now, since I'm zooming, I have to go with flip a switch.
Velcro or buttons.
Ooh, Velcro. Zip. There should be a zipper in there. It's the sound of the zipper. Zip.
When I left the Amish, all I wanted was fucking zipper. That's all I wanted was a zipper. I love the sound of a zipper. Zip! I'm gonna get an erection just from the sound of a zipper. That's dangerous on its own level right there.
Outhouse or cat house.
Cat house all the way, yeah.
Are you guys dating anybody? Any of you three? Are you dating someone? Are you?
No.
Well, I think Miriam is pretty hot.
Churning butter or peanut butter.
Churning butter at the cat house.
Eating plums indoors or indoor plumbing.
I would never trade away my indoor plumbing for anything at this point in my life.
Farm fresh or funky fresh.
Farm fresh all the way.
Why can't you tell secrets on the farm? Because the potatoes have eyes and the corn has ears.
Plowing the field or plowing Sally Field.
Plowing Sally Field, even at her advanced years.
You like me right now. You like me.
Beachy Amish or bitchy Karens.
Ooh, I'm gonna go back and stick with Beachy Amish here.
Sometimes I just miss the world. What do you miss the most? You know, I miss sarcasm. It's mostly lost on my people. Oh. And gambling. Went to Vegas once. And butt fucking.
Being shunned or sun your buns.
Being shunned is my lifestyle, so I must be committed to being shunned.
And finally, just because we want to know, Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Pass. One thing for sure, though, no matter where your political affiliations lie, neither of those nitwits can speak very well, so the debate is going to be ridiculously entertaining.
Yes,
the debate's going to be a drinking game if ever there was one.
Very good, Raymond. That was This or That.
This or that.
You get with this, or you can get with that. Or you can get with this, or you can get with that. Or you can get with this, because this is where it's at.
Well, Raymond, let everybody know where they could see you and find you. I'm going to put all your information up on the screen. But
yeah, if you put in Amish Comic into any search engine, I should come up. And if I don't, report back to you, and you can report back to me. But YouTube, I'm streaming live Saturdays at 8 for donations. It's Raymond Amish Comic on YouTube. And my Facebook fan page is also Raymond the Amish Comic. All my social media is at Amish Comic. It's fun. Even if you see these shows, you will not see my stand-up comedy. Another comedian said, "Hey, dude, you're giving your show away for free." This isn't my show. This is not stand-up comedy. I don't know what it is, but it sure as hell isn't that. That's what you'll get from my live stream. Thanks for having me. This has really been a lot of fun. When you run out of guests, if we're still quarantined, man, track me down again.
Hey, I would love to have you back on, Raymond. You're awesome. I learned a lot from this, and also, you're just a funny guy. And I'm hopefully you could one day take the trek up to Long Island, perform at Governor's Comedy Club. We'd love to have you. It'd be awesome.
I started stand-up comedy in 1991, and within the first 2 or 3 years, I did a comedy club / audition in Long Island, and I'm still recovering in therapy from trying to drive a Dodge Omni that rumbles at 55 miles an hour on the Long Island Expressway, which if you don't go 90 on it, your cars are going past you and lifting you up in the air. I couldn't go more than 60 miles an hour because the car was rumbling. And it was one of the most horrible experiences in my entire life. Cars were going by me so fast, my car was starting to lift up off the ground. I made a promise to the universe. So if you let me go home and I don't die, I promise I'll never go back there again. So now if I do, I'll probably be breaking that promise, but enough time has passed that I should be all right.
Yeah, if you come back, let me know, man. I'll come pick you up and we'll hop drive.
That's the deal, man. That's the deal. I'm a hitchhiker.
Yeah. You're awesome, Raymond. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everybody, check out Raymond the Amish Comic at all the social media. He's awesome. Thanks again,
man.
my friend.
You got it. Be safe, everyone.